Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Let's see what we got going on. So we are working on our Nightmare Before Christmas. And yesterday we went ahead and covered the book. We had painted this black underneath just to make sure. And then last night I went ahead and put in the center lace and the lace around the outside. Okay. All right. So this is loose so that I can stitch through it. And so it has a little bit of move. It is pinned at the top and bottom, but it does have a little bit of movement. All right. So let's go ahead and see what else we've got. I went ahead and made the piece for the spine. This will be, where we poke our holes. So we have a template. We have a lot of Nightmare Before Christmas journaling cards and little bits and pieces. I selected some paper. Now this is from the Dark Fairy Tale, and I just think that it's appropriate. Hey KK, good morning. So this is from Dark Fairy Tales, and I also pulled the Green Witch, because this I think has some stuff in it too that might be usable. So we'll get that off to the side. Hello, Miss Francis. All right, I have two signatures that I cut down to fit in the book. Let's get the job box out here so we can see what we're doing. I did reprint the quotes, and I put them on coffee paper, and then I kind of tore them out because they were ridiculous. We have some die cuts, some washi tapes, little bits of some ephemera, some flowers, and of course we have a couple of sets of stickers that came that are in the theme. And I thought, we might be able to add some of these rub-on snowflakes, because I thought, yeah, that might work. So I grabbed those out too, and got those ready to go. So I usually like to put something inside my journals, like in the middle. And so I was working on this. This is the prototype for it. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch it in this way. And this will open. And I'll put a little pocket here. And then a little pocket here. And I've cut this out so I can put a pad in here. So I'll build a pad to go in. So I'm going to have to, cut one of these out of normal paper. But this is my prototype. It's just how I figure out my measurements and stuff. So we'll work on that if we have a chance today. Hello, Miss Sabrina. All right. So let's get out I've lost my Pokey phone. I haven't lost it, it just fell. Oh, I hate when this happens. Yep, there she blows. Okay. Get out the grabby. Hey, there's some paper and stuff back there. There's all kinds of cool stuff back there. Hey, Tanya, how you doing? Mary, nice to see you. Boy, there's stickers back there. Maybe I should check this more often. You know, maybe clean it out more often. There's like whole paper sets back here. Well, isn't that special? I love when I drop stuff and don't realize it, you know? Okay. What do we got? What do we got? I bet you there's something we've been looking for too. Let me see. Okay, this one. So this one's a Halloween pack. Oh yeah, this one's a Halloween pack. Well, dang. Okay, found that one. And this one. Oh, this one's Christmas. Well, isn't that special? Well, fiddle faddle. Okay. Alrighty. Well, I'll have to get those put away. I found treasure. That's right. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. Do you know where your craft supplies are? Nope. Apparently not. Okay. So I'm going to cut some holes. So we're going to clip this on here. Bottom. Okay. Let's put some holes in this puppy. All right. All right. So now I'm gonna get this folded. To help me do that, I'm just lightly scoring this. So I built 2 signatures yesterday. And Now we're going to poke some holes in. This is A. To move it up a little bit. Okay. Clip. Oops. Make sure we keep the right clip on it. And I'm putting the clip back at the top. And then we're going to do the other side. Let me get that lightly scored. Just makes my life easier. Get this one open. So I've decided I'm going to use coffee in this one. Okay. All right, no more falling down. Get your crap together. 6:08 in New Zealand. Woo! I don't even know what 6 a.m. looks like. Now, remember, since we did this on the spine, we have to do this upside down. I know, right? So the first one goes on this side. So let's get some thread and a needle. And I just do it that way because I don't like the way it looks when it comes out, you know, like that little explosion in the back. I don't like it. So I do it the other way so that the explosion is hidden in here. All right, so I'm going to use black because I just think that's appropriate. Over there. So our first signature is going to go in the back. So I'm going to go ahead and put my needle through it. Why are you not behaving? There we go. Okay. And then this one is going to go right there. Yep. Okay. And in she goes. All right. And clip. Okay. So I just use the clip, keeps the, you know, keeps me from pulling it all the way through. Okay. And down. And then we're going to go back the other way. There we go. Hopefully this one won't give me any crap sewing it in. The last two were pains in the butt. Literally pains. down. Back down through there. Okay. Stitched around my corner. Okay. Alrighty. Let's take a look. All right. And clip. All right. That is one signature in. Hello, Steffi. All right. So now we're going to start the second one. What in the poppycock? There it is. Okay. Sometimes I have to pick it up and look through it to see the light, you know? I'm getting old. What can I say? All right. Number 2. So this way. We are going to find the hood. Okay. And okay, I don't know where you think you're going, but get over here. Okay. All right, we're going to go back through here. And in through there. Down through here. Come on. You're all nicely lined up. There we go. And find the hole. I have to find the hole there. It's the hole. Okay. And down through there. And then back the other way. Through here. Down through there. Like, I know this hole is here because there's already string through it. There we go. Okay. Up through that one. Up through that one. Should be right there. Oh. We're a little off. There we go. Okay, back up. We good? We're good. Okay. Back on this side. Down through the hole. Up through. Around. Back. All right. Right over left. Left over right. Twice. Or left. over left. And left over right. And click. All right. Two signatures in the book. All right, and then we have that space in the middle where we're going to be adding our extra bit. Okay? So don't be freaking out on me. All right, I'm going to close this, put some clamps on it just to kind of get everything standing up and getting used to it. And we'll put that underneath. Okay. All righty. Fell asleep, huh? You're not supposed to fall asleep. You missed some funny stuff. All right, put that in there. Close that up. Let's get that off to the side. All right, so I kind of want to work on this. So, in all my journals, I like to put like something different in the middle, like not necessarily a third signature, but like something that's different, unique to the book. So I try to put, design something a little bit different each time. Well, I did this one. This is just the prototype. Okay. So what I'm thinking is like, this is my front and I'll put a tab on here. And then when you open it, there will be a pocket here. And then when you open this, you're going to have a pad here and probably like another pocket or something here. So let's actually cut this out of the real file folder. And I'm thinking for this one, I might go with maybe a black and white. Yep. What do you think? I'm thinking of black and white. All right, let's get this thing cut. So we cut the original at 5.5 inches. So I want to look at the book and see, I think that'll hit 3. I'm pretty sure it's going to hit 3 stitchings. Yeah, it'll hit the 3 in the middle. So I think that's okay. Because it'll hit 3 in the middle if we put it in the middle. If we put it at the bottom, anyway, we put this, it's going to hit 3 sets of stitching. But I think the middle is the best because that avoids the outside too. So, because here, and here is our middle stitch. And I think if we put it in like this, it'll be just below the top stitching and just above the bottom stitching. And it will fit right there. Like right there in the middle. So I think that's what we're going to do. All right. So the first part of our little mini inner folder is 5.5 inches. So we're going to cut this down 5.5 inches. Let me get out the trimmer. Now, I didn't do a rounded corner on the first one. So I'm going to go to like 6 and then I'll take a 1/2 inch off the other end because I don't want the round corner on this. So we'll get rid of that. Okay. All right. So we'll take an inch off of here, and that should get rid of that curve. Keep that though. All right. All righty. So then, all right, so this one's going to be a little bit narrower. This is just not. See, it's not the same across. Put this in. That is only 4 3/4. Three and 3/4. All right, we can do this. We can make this happen. All righty. Hello, Tina. All right. I'm going to use the prototype to do this. We're going to try it, guys. We'll see what happens. All right, so we're going to do this at 4, 4 1/8, and 4 1/4. Okay. And then over on this side, this one here, I'm going to turn it around. We're going to go at 3 3 3/4 for the first one. And that should be slightly larger. Yep. Okay. And then this one, let's see what the length is here. Because okay, so this one goes 4, 4 1/4. I'm going to have to fold to see. All right, so we're going to take a little bit off of this side here to make this work. Yep. Get this lined up before I completely fold this thing. Okay. Okay, so if we put our pad here, this is going to be our other side. So we're going to put this in. We're at 4, 8, 4 1/4. Let's see if we got this to work. Okay, got it to work. See how my brain works? Weirdly. All right. So this is going to be where my pad is. Okay. So to do this, if you have, the die that cuts the little, and you can fit this through your cutter, then use that. If not, hole punch, ruler, and a pencil. Okie dokie. Half an inch. Gonna come in. About half an inch on this side. And about half an inch on this side. And I'm gonna poke some holes. Poking the holes. Okay. I'm using a tiny hole punch here. Okie dokie smoky. The images, some of them came from my brother. He works at Disneyland. And some of them came from the stickers and things like that. And some of them came from fan pages, but they're all they are all basically what do I want to say? They're free domain. They're like ones that they used on posters and things like that. So so now I'm going to take the ruler and I'm going to go to the bottom of the little hole that I punched. And the top ish of the little hole I punch. And then I'm going to pop it out. Let me get my little scissors just in case, because there's always a little spot at the end here. So we have this one. Come over. A little caught up there. Right over to the other one. Okie dokie. And then I'll put these away. All right. So now I'm going to glue this part down. Okay. All glued down. Except I forgot this side. It's okay. Watch, we'll just stick the glue under there. I would leave that as a pocket, but yeah, no. All right, so we have that glued down. So now I'm going to ink this. We'll add some paper to it. So let me get inked. More ink. More ink. Let's ink over here. We're going to ink this. I'm just going to, because this is going to get paper covered. All right, there we go. More over here. Just don't like the way that looks. Okay. All right. All right. So now we have our little folio. We're going to make the little pad. We're going to put some paper in here. We are cooking with bacon now. All right. So let's take a look. Paper, paper, paper. Paper, paper, paper. All right. So we're at, let's go 3.5 by 5 3/4. I keep forgetting I can't use that. Okay. Hold on a second. Okay. Corners. 3.5. All right, let's see if I like it. I'm going to take it just a little bit less right there. Okay. can live with that. So what, if anything, is everybody working on? What are we doing? Tina, I know you're doing something. What are you doing? Challenge that you posted last night. We'll need to send you or Amy pics. Almost done with a mini spell book. Very cool. Tina's doing dishes. So creative. Sabrina's making a pocket ladder. And Mary's working a headache. All right. Mary, I feel your pain, babe. Trust me, I feel your pain. Now, do you think we should put the same paper on both sides here? Just because, you know, this is like the little folio. Invoices, yeah. So, like, should we put the same paper or should we do like something different? I just think that's too many patterns. KK's beading. I love to bead. That is so relaxing to me. It's probably why I post so many beaded projects. Yeah, same. I'm thinking. I think I agree with you, Francis. All right. So we cut this one at 5.5, 5 3/8, 5 3/4. Okay, 5 3/4. And then this one is a little bit wider. So 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. So we're going to go 3 3/4 here. We're going to go this way because I want to put the darker edge on the outside on both of them. All right, so 3 3/4. And then 5 3/4. All right. Let's see how that looks. We may need to do a little more trimming. Perfect. All right. I like it. Let me get the big cutter out of the way. I keep forgetting that little cutter, the little chomper. I can't cut anything that's more than like 7 or 8 inches long and only 5 inches wide, and it's a pain in the butt. And I need a bigger one. But like I have the huge ones, but I can't put them up and down off the desk. I mean, we'd be here all day just watching me move heavy chompers off of here. But they're, you know, the quickest, easiest way to cut paper. Especially if you don't like, you know, the little trimmers, because those trimmers, they fold over the edge of the cardstock, and I hate that. It drives me crazy. Then I want to go in with my scissors and trim it off, you know. And I can't cut a straight line to save my butt, so. Unless it's fabric. Fabric I can cut in a straight line. Perfectly straight, every time. Paper, cannot cut it straight to save my butt. All right. Now for this, I'm going to make sure that I've got the same amount top and bottom. Otherwise it looks stupid. Okay, so we have background paper. And we're going to do some pockety pockets. Pockety pockets. Pockety pockety pockets. Let's see. Yeah, okay, I kind of like that. All right, we're going to cut some pockets out of this because I like it. So we're going to do a slash here and then a base pocket here. All right. We're going to put more work into this little folio than we do the journal itself. Kidding. Okay. Speaking of my head, it is that time of day. Remember, ladies, vitamin D. Need to take vitamin D. They're saying that older ladies that are getting this COVID crap are vitamin D deficient. And my doctor actually gave me prescription vitamin D. So, yeah. So if you can get some vitamin D, get some vitamin D. Of course, it's because we've all been locked in the house for over a year. And so, none of us have seen sunshine. But get your vitamin D, ladies. Get your vitamin D. All right. So I'm going to cut this down to a workable size so I can use the chomper. So we're going to cut this to 6 by 6 just because that is workable. Well, it's going to be 6 by 6-ish because, I got the tab is still on this one. All right, so this will now be workable paper, so we can use it. All right, let's get rid of this and get the little chomper and set it over here to the side like we usually do so we can actually work. Okay, so this one's going to do a slash pocket. And I want to use the sew. This one, 3. So I'm going to do 3 inches on this one. Yeah, that's nice over. And then let's look at 4.5 and see what that looks like. And then I'm going to take it right about there. Yeah, I think that works. Let's ink this and see. Oh, yeah, it does. Eat more nanas. Old lady friends, right? Calcium supplements, vitamin B12, bananas. which, by the way, I learned something about bananas I didn't know all these years. No doctors told me this. Um, Years ago, when my mom was still alive, um, she had high blood pressure, and so she took lisinopril. Well, high blood pressure is hereditary in my family. And my brother has it. I have it now. I used to have low blood pressure, but as I got older, I got high blood pressure. Well, Hubbard has high blood pressure too. And so Hubbard's doctor has him on lisinopril. Apparently, it's the most common drug for high blood pressure. So when I got high blood pressure, the doctor said, do you know anything about medications? And I said, well, my mom and my husband both take lisinopril. He goes, great, we'll put you on lisinopril. So he gives me lisinopril. So I'm taking lisinopril. Now, here's the thing. Nobody ever told me this. I freaking love bananas. I like banana muffins. I like banana bread. I like banana milkshakes. I like freaking bananas. My mom could eat like 6 of them in a day. She loved bananas. Apparently, if you're on lisinopril and you eat bananas, it can give you extremely high potassium. That can kill you. Nobody's ever told me this. Ever told me this. And I'm like, what the hell? Why didn't anybody ever tell me? I'm just going along, Never knew. Yeah, I had no idea. But I had taken my mom to the hospital one time. My mom had hepatitis C many, 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 many years ago, before they knew what hepatitis C was, like when we still just had hepatitis. This is way before AIDS and stuff. My mom was a paramedic on a volunteer ambulance. And one very stormy, rainy night, sleet on the road, the whole 9 yards. We lived back east. She got called to a car accident. And this guy had hit a patch of black ice and gone off of an embankment on the lake there. And when they extracted him from the car, and this was back when they first came out with the Jaws of Life, they had pulled a piece of metal out of his chest. It wasn't planned, it was accidental, but his blood pressure started to tank. And his chest was ripped open on the side. And my mom looked in and realized that he had a hole in his heart. So my mom put her finger in the dam, so to speak. And her and this guy and 2 other paramedics drove with a police escort to the local hospital, which with police escort was like 40 minutes away. They didn't have anywhere to land a helicopter to get this guy out of there. So they got there and the doctor was like, you can get off of him. And my mom's like, no, I can't. Well, many years later, probably about 10 years later, my mom received a letter that had been given to the volunteer ambulance department, and they had tracked my mom down, that her husband had died from hepatitis C, and that she had, by putting her finger in his chest, had given him however many more years with his family. And so my mom went in to get tested, and turns out she had hepatitis C. First off, if you have hepatitis C and you go to the hospital, they treat you like you're some kind of a drug addict. I used to get really offensive about that because you don't know the situation. Don't be doing that crap. Well, I took her into the hospital one time because her potassium, we had gone to do regular blood tests, and the doctor called and said, you need to get her to the emergency room right now. And I was like, what's up, doc? And he's like, she's going to die. Her potassium is through the roof. And I was like, okay. So I take her to the hospital. We get there. And of course, they treat her like dog shit because that's what they do. And they put her into the hospital. And she's sitting there. They bring her banana with her breakfast. She eats the banana. They're like, we don't understand why we can't get her potassium levels down. How did I do that? Did I put the wrong piece over here? They couldn't understand why they couldn't get her potassium down. Of course, nobody said, hey, stop giving her nanners. Yeah, it wasn't until quite a few years later that I found out that bananas apparently are no good for you if you are taking lisinopril. All right, we got 3. Half. Let's see how that looks. Okay. Okay, I can live with that. Hey, Zoe. Okay, I'm good with this. Or should we do it this way? I just think that's too much white at that point. We're going to do the other way. Yeah. So apparently do not take lisinopril and eat a lot of bananas. Like you can have like one, but only like 1 or 2 a week, apparently. I didn't know. No idea. I guess you could say I killed her because, I kept buying her nanners. Because she kept getting leg cramps going, oh, I think my potassium's low. So I would go and buy her nanners. Because that's what old women do. Buy nanas. I am going to I'm gonna put this pocket on. I'm gonna go ahead and put the gussets in it so that we've got a little more depth in this pocket. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the gussets. This one's going to be a little bit wider. Yeah, you know what the thing is that when I went to school to learn how to cook, when I was working on my master's in culinary arts, I had to take like 200 hours of nutrition, like how food reacts in the body and foods that are good for you and bad for you. But they didn't ever tell us about like drug interactions. They just, these foods are good for you. These foods are not good for you. Use these in moderation. Don't cook fugu if you don't know how. Important stuff. But like they never told us how medication reacts with certain drugs. But you would think that doctors, like medical professionals, dietitians in a hospital would have to take more courses on food than they do, and they don't take anything. They only take like 10 or 12 hours or something like that of nutrition. Now, if they're, going to be a homeopathic doctor, and I think pediatricians are required to take a little bit more because they, anything that has to do with kids always takes more. But come on, people. Sorry, so I'm just gusseting this one. Just because I think it needs it, I'll have a little extra. All right. All right. I'm going to put a little bit of glue there. Just a little bit. And we'll put a little bit of glue over there. Just a little bit. Just to hold that for a second. All right. Glue. Glue, 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 glue. No glue down there. We don't want glue there. No. Glue, 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 glue. This is how we glue things up. We glue things up. We glue things up. Alrighty. Yep. All right. We got glue on pocket. Pocket has gussets. Let's get pocket down. Okie dokie. Yes. So don't eat bananas and take lisinopril in large doses, which is like 20 milligrams a day, once a day. More than that. Keep your banana intake down to 1 or 2 a week. And, take some vitamin D. I'm not practicing medicine. I'm just sharing what I've learned. All right, now we need to make a pad for over here. Must have pad to go in. Looking good so far. I don't know. I may have to chop this end off right here and glue it shut because it's not quite the way I like it. It's not sitting very flush. So we're going to do that. We're going to chop this end off and then glue it shut. No big deal. No big deal. Okay. Goodbye to that. A bit of glue. Big deal. Big deal. If we can get the glue to work. Come on. Seriously. Okay. Here we go. Glue. Okay. That should be better. Much better. Okay. I'm going to reinforce the fold over here. And then I'm going to re-ink this. Okay. All right. So then I'm going to make the pad. So our pad is about 2 3/4 inches wide by about 5 inches long. 2 3/4 by 5. 2 3/4 by 5. Okay. Let's see. Half. All right, I got one. All right, let me get some 110-pound black. Okie dokie. All right. All right, let's see. We are going to go. So this is a 110-pound Recollection cardstock. So it's nice and thick. right, let's see what we've got here for distance. 5. So we want to do 10. All right, so I'm going to put some paper inside this, and I don't want to use just plain paper. So I'm going to use some coffee dyed paper. And it's going to be 3-inch strips. And then, all right. So I'm actually going to cut these this way. So we'll get the big one up. You dropping things. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same thing to these, even though they're thinner. That's okay, because this is not perfection. This is just all right. So then I'll mix the thin ones in with the thicker ones, Here we go. Now, let's get our back piece. All right. So I do want to take a little bit more off the ends here. Because once I folded this in half, it exploded. It got longer. So we're going to take this down to 4 3/4. There. And then I'll flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. 4 3/4. Okay, ready? There we go. All right. For me. So I'm just going to eyeball this. Okay. That's my eyeball. You know how I'm always saying save the little pieces? This is why. Because this is not going to take anything as far as straight to do this. All right. So I cut a back piece. And then I cut some pages. And I'm going to do this from here, from the outside. I could do it on the inside. Let's do it on the inside. Okay. So I'm just going to do, a regular 3-stitch pamphlet stitch. God help me. just to stitch the paper in. And then cut that off. See how that worked? Okay. Hello, you guys still with me? And then get rid of that. So then I'm going to cut another piece. It is 5 1/4 by 3 1/4. Three and a quarter. Quarter. I'm going to glue this down. And then I'm going to put this on here. And then I'm going to glue my front and back together. Hello, hello. How you doing today, hon? All right. Now, if we did this right, this, and we may have to, narrow the back a little bit. Yep. So to do that, we're just going to come in with our scissors. That's why we used 100, the 110. We're just going to cut that so that it fits in there. All right. We have made our insert. Let's check it out. Okay, so we have our little insert. This is going to get sewn in right here into the journal. So here, when you open it, you'll have a little slash pocket. And then when you open this, you'll have a little pad of paper and another pocket. And this one's gusseted, so it's got some depth to it. And I'm thinking I'm probably going to put some kind of a string tie on this. But, hey, Candy. All right, so that's it for this one. We've got this done. Let's see what it looks like in the book. All right, so here's our book. that. So that is going to fit right there. Right there in the middle. I like it. I know what I can do to seal this. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to poke a hole right here in this, and I'll just put some elastic in it. You know, like the kind of elastic that we use to make traveler's notebooks. I'll just put some black elastic in there so that it comes out this way, and then it can go around the folio. Or I could just tie elastic around the whole thing and just make this part be able to come out. That's an idea too. We'll think about it. Okay, but that's going to go right there in the middle. All righty. Let me get this mess cleared off here, because I made a mess. And we're not going to use most of these tools for the next part, so I have them out. Oh, wait, I know, because I didn't put them away, right? All right. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. I think we'll make this little folio a piece that can come out and be separate from the journal itself. I like that idea. All right. Yeah, I do. I kind of really do like that idea. So I will, I'll put some holes in the top and the bottom of the book. Like, I'll put one here and one here, and then I'll just lace elastic through it like I would for, you know, a traveler's notebook. And then that part will be able to come out. So you can take that part out, take it with you, and then bring it back and put it back in your journal. I like it. You guys are smart. Okay. We need to put some book corners on this. I don't know. Looking. What do I want to put on this? I need to put book corners on it, but I don't know which ones I want to put on it. I do not want to put those on it. No. Not those. Let's see back here. No. Okay. Four book corners. One better of Teflon pliers. Let's get some Teflon pliers down. Yes, ma'am, it's a fabric cover. It is book cloth. Yes. Which reminds me, don't forget, guys, I do have that pop-up fabric sale that I'm going to do this week. Don't know when, but it's all sitting here. It's ready to go. We'll just have to, wait for me to get the gumption to do it. All right. Got that on there. Here we go. Oh. Book corner. Book corner. Nee. I don't know. I'm in a weird mood today. Does anybody notice that? Is it just me? Am I the only one who notices that I'm in a weird mood today? And that nobody's talking to me? Nobody likes me anymore. I'm kidding. Get a life, fat woman. Okay. This is what happens when Els has a nervous breakdown live on the air. I'm kidding. You're feeding your face. What are you feeding your face, Mary? And why aren't you sharing with the group? I think when I'm done here, I'm going to feed myself ice cream. I eat real food. Shush. Just don't tell Amy on me because she'll get mad. Hi, honey. How are you?
Clean.
Did you take a shower?
I did.
Ooh.
I even still have a Q-tip sticking out of my ear.
That's attractive.
Yeah, well.
You know, you're not supposed to put anything in your ear that's smaller than your elbow, right?
Have you tried putting your elbow in your ear?
Yeah, it doesn't fit.
Or does it bend that way?
Well, it could if you were a contortionist.
Yeah, not me. Used to be.
I'm working on this.
I see that.
And we're getting pretty far away. Mary's feeding her face, though.
All right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what she's eating. She hasn't told us. Oh, she's having a baked potato.
Okay.
Yes. Hi, honey.
I give you this. I hear you having a rough time of things. No mental breakdowns online. Okay.
Okay.
Better?
Yes, better.
Good hug? Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Back to work.
I'm going. God, slave driver.
Yeah, well.
Mary says, hi, Mike.
Hey, Mary.
Oh.
Well, I just want to finish cleaning my ears. I got to start getting ready for work here shortly. Yay.
Oh, hey, Gloria. How you doing, honey? All right, we have book corners. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I like this idea. I'm going to go ahead and punch a hole at the top and the bottom. I'll add some elastic to it. We'll tie it off nice and tight. And then I'll put an elastic closure on this as well. You know, just and this can, you know, you'll be able to take this out and then you'll have your notepad. I like it. Okay. Closing the book. Put the book to the side. Put the pliers away. I have to do that right away. Otherwise, I will lose my pliers. And Teflon pliers are not cheap. That's like the second most expensive pair of pliers I have in that kit. And I have to make the pliers in there. I know. I love the damn movie.
Which movie?
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, yes.
So this one's mine.
Funny.
Yes, Myra is talking to me, and she's a somebody, and I love Myra.
Hi, Myra.
Oh, look at that. You even got a hello from the Hubber.
Never should anyone ever be felt left out.
All right. So, I said I wanted to do some like tombstones in this thing. And so I'm looking around and where did they go? I think I have some dies with some tombstones. Let me look. Move your butt, puppy dog.
Come on, dog. Out.
Dog, 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 dog. Yes. All right. We're going to the holidays. Okay, so I thought I bought them. This is from this year, from Recollections, and they have little tombstones, but they're really small. Let me see. See if we have any in the other collection. All right. I don't have any in that collection, but we can always go with the same thing, we were thinking about before, which is, we can take these little book plate shapes. And if we cut them, some of these could look like tombstones. So we may keep that in mind. But I am going to cut some of these ones out. And some of the trees. And maybe even some of the fences. If I can get this out of the package. All right. So we're going to cut some of the trees. Some of the fences. Just for background, on the pages. And, oh, hell, we got to do some bats too, right? Some little bats and some tiny tombstones. Boy, these suckers are stuck in there. Okay. And then on this one, we have a bigger bat, like 2 more bats. So I thought maybe we'd pull those 2 and some of the pumpkins because, hello. So let's pull pumpkins. I'm not worried about the spider webs because I do have like spider web doilies. But I thought these pieces would work. So we'll cut a bunch of these out. And, we can use those throughout. So, well, we can use the little one. Yeah, we can use the little one. See, the little one. Okay. It's the baby thing. The little baby copter. Because we're going to use small pieces of cardstock. All right. Pumpkins need to be done on orange paper, reasonably. So, we'll think about it. All right. Craggly tree. Craggly tree. Tombstones. How many tiny dies can I get on a little 2 by 3 inch piece of paper? Well, McDang, son. A lot. Okay. Let's give it a try. I was doing this one time. Amy was sitting across from me, and I shot it at her. That one. That one. All right, we got some bats, some tombstones, and a tree. I'll get my pokey tools here. Tree. All right, we can do this. We can work this. So, I'm going to cut a few more. Got to have trees, right? We're going to cut some tombstones. I love my tombstone. Okay, so we're going to cut some tombstones. And a bat. And a fence. And let's see if I can get this on here. Fence, a big bat, a little bat, 2 tombstones. 5 seems to be my going average right now. All right. So I'm just going to cut a few of these right now. I'll cut more of them, off camera because nobody wants to sit here and just watch me have die cuts. Let's be honest. But I kind of wanted to get the feel for it, what these were going to look like if we put them on a page in here. So I figure we'll cut a few of them out, take a look on a page and see what they look like. So let me get this out of the way for the moment. By the way, first good point on the glass mat. We've got about 6 bad things, but this is a good thing. It actually held this thing where normally I chase it across the table. All right, so let's take a look. Like we're just going to pick a page. Let me get this out of the way. We're just going to pick a page. So, here. So what I was thinking, this is The Nightmare Before Christmas. I think it should have, little details like this on the pages. Yeah, I'm thinking this works, guys. I think this works. Oh yeah, I'm digging this. This'll work. This'll work, Hi, Jenny. I miss your birthday, honey. I'm sorry. Yeah, so I'm thinking, stuff like this will work on some of the pages. And I want to see, let's look at the folio. Oh, yeah. Come on. This will work, right? All right, I'm digging it. So I'm going to cut a whole bunch more of these in different sizes. And I won't bore you guys by doing it on camera because that's just redonkulous. But I will cut a whole bunch more of these when nobody's looking. And we'll throw them. I'll throw them in the envelope. We'll add them to the mix of things that we're going to add in here. Yeah, come on. Oh, good. I didn't miss it. Yeah. All right. I thought I missed it. Oh. All right. So just as a little quick, I got to get off of here because hubby's got to start work here soon. So we all know how this is working. I go on for 2 hours in the morning and then Hubber has to work for 10 hours. So this is our book. We'll kind of go through real quick for anybody who just came in what we've been up to. So we built the book itself and we painted it black with chalkboard paint because I like it. It adheres well to the glue. And then we made some book cloth out of this beautiful Jack Skellington Nightmare Before Christmas paper cloth. And we put that in. And then I couldn't help myself. I really thought that this Christmas print worked because, it's Nightmare Before Christmas. We put this in. This is like, this is a brand new lace that I just got. And it's, it kind of reminds me of a casket, the crepe in a casket. So we put that around there. And then I went ahead and I put in 2 strips of this beautiful lace just so that it shows on either side. We put in 2 different signatures. These are coffee, lavender, tentative dawn, and black. And of course, I only use paper from Hag's Hollow, from Darkwood Sanctuary. That's all I use. And so I have those in there. And then we stitched those in and we added some book corners. And then today we made this little folio out of a file folder. This is a file folder. And I don't know. I've been on this file folder thing. I've got all these new file folders that I keep putting in my shop because I buy them and then I go, I'm never going to use 25 of these. And then we made this little notepad to put in here. So there's a little notepad and it is removable. So, if it runs out of paper, you can always just, you can add more paper to it and put it back in. This pocket is gusseted, so it's got a nice depth to it. And then we've got a little slash pocket. And I think we've decided that this is going to go in sort of like a traveler's notebook. So you can take this out and it goes in the middle here, which is a thing that I do in all my journals. I make something that goes in the middle, and we've started cutting out some die cuts. So I'm going to cut out a bunch of die cuts and get those in the envelope with the rest of our stuff. And that way we'll have them just to be able to kind of put them throughout the book here and see what happens. Alrighty. So unfortunately, that is all the time I have today. Let's see. So this will be, every version of this will be on the playlist marked Nightmare. We also have Neverland. We just finished the Neverland journal. And before that one, we did the Dylans. And so those are clearly marked as playlists in my studio. And let's see, what do we got coming up? October. All right, so we did tissue paper flower type things. Monday, we're going to be doing the scissor dangles. That's these little things right here that I use on my scissors so that I can find them. We're going to be doing a video on that. I go live Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday every week at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 11, 12, and 1 o'clock across the country. And I post videos on Mondays and Wednesdays. What else? I do still have that pop-up fabric sale. So if you are in the mood or in the need of fat quarters, book cloth, and finished book cloth, so it would be like fat quarters, fat eighths, and book cloths. So if you're shopping for those, let me know because I'm going to be doing a pop-up on those here in the next few days. That's it, guys. That's all I have for you. Listen, if you're new here and you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that red button for me and subscribe. Like me, ring my bell, share me with all your friends. Then your friends can be my friends can be your friends. Our friends can get to be friends. Before you know it, we have a giant crafting community. Until the next time, please stay safe. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.